G'day, g'day. Welcome to another set of Alliance War hits. This time around we are facing off the TPH against Asia Glory. At least that's the English component of their name. I don't know how well that literally translates from the other characters that are in that name, but we'll go with Asian Glory. So another set of green tanks, so once again I am stacking red on a fair number of these attacks. So this time around the teams aren't too different, so I'm going to try to talk a bit more to the board matches that I make. So you saw there the first turn I made was setting up a match 3 onto a Yumi, which I then made in the second turn. Now right now my red tiles are a little bit scattered, so I'm just trying to get them together a little bit. So in that case I managed to get one ghosted tile, which was enough to charge Bunraku, and now I'm just sort of, as much as I can, I try to make my tile matches into the ghosted zones, the areas where there's no heroes, as much as I can. My red tiles, I'll obviously prioritize trying to get them on a ghosted lane, but if I can't do that, I'll try and send them up onto a hero. So with pretty much all of the moves I make, I'm aiming to try to extend or put all of my red tiles, because that's what I've got in this instance, nicely together. So not working out so great. I am losing heroes left, right and center. I've only managed to charge Bunraku so far, and I've just managed to charge Ksenia and Rudolph. So hopefully the healing from Ksenia is enough to make them survive. Managed to get rid of the right hand side now, so I can just ghost tiles up that side. Nice big cascade there. Charge Rudolph and Ksenia again from her passive heal over time. And charge over time. Unfortunately, 2 times in a row, no heals, no revives, sorry. And I did manage to get them charged again just by popping my red grenade I had. And this time around, we did manage to get Doodle revived. So that's something at least. No extra damage, but someone. So again, I'm just making the matches on this right-hand side, just trying to clear the tiles out a little bit while charging my heroes. Not many red tiles coming in, but not unexpected. So here, seeing as Fist was already charged his special skill, I sort of just made a match onto him, so it's not going to change the charge that is generated. And then we saw there a last match 4 which came in on red, and that was enough to kill Fisty. So first one down, and we are on to our second fight now. So another 4-1 setup. First showing actually this time of Renegade, so she's not fully maxed out. She's about 5-50-ish. So yeah, so we got 2 reds in the top here under Ayumi, and that's pretty much about it. So I'm going to make this yellow-green swap and hope that I got some red tiles, which didn't actually happen. I've still got my 1 red tile there in the middle, which I'm trying to promote up to the match 3, which we've now done. But unfortunately no crit tile, so we didn't get Ayumi dead from a crit damage. And when I did finally get a match 3 in, Ayumi had unfortunately there already fired her, went into revive status. So this was a little bit of a play mistake. I probably should have made a different move there just while Ayumi was on only 1 HP. And again, we managed to get rid of her, but we sort of sent a lot more tiles into her than we probably would have liked. And the upside is, though, that her counterattack damage is all gone now, but my heroes are not in a good space right now, and unfortunately, I lost Renegade before she could actually even do anything. So, we did get Blunderbuss and Brock off, and we saw there a huge amount of damage coming from Scarlet's special skill, that at the end of each turn she deals some damage. So, not going the greatest in terms of my hero health, but I do have a lot of damage coming from Scarlet. So ghosting tiles up the center here, managed to charge my healer, we'll fire him off, and again we're just going to make some more matches up the middle, get rid of all of these pesky green tiles, hope for a nice big cascade with some reds. Didn't get it, so did get a nice red on the discovered match 3 there. So again, Blunderbuss and Scarlet. Glitch's special's already charged, so we will just fire some tiles into it, but after that we are going to go back to making the matches, well, in this instance underneath her, but better play would have been to keep making them on the left hand side where there's no heroes. So again, all my tile matches on the left, not putting any tiles onto Glitch to avoid charging her special skill. And now we can make the Discovery match 3 to finish her off with the yellow tiles. So 2 from 2, that one I got a little bit lucky on, a little bit anyway, with some of the discovered match 3 tiles. This time around I have gone with 4 purples and 1 red this time, just to try to preserve some of my reds for a later hit. I went with the 4 purples because this team does have a double Dragon Fist on it, which can be both good and bad. I got a nice little match 5 there and some red tiles as well, which we've made use of. Match 3 underneath Ayumi there on the purples, and we're almost got Heroes Charge, so I'll just make I was hoping just to make the 1, but I ended up popping a lot more tiles than I wanted there. I just needed 1 purple tile to be able to charge my heroes. Fortunately, Krampus evaded a lot of that damage that was coming from Dragon Fist, so I am gonna double tap Ayumi just to get rid of her out of it. Unfortunately, she did revive, but I did get Krampus charge, so I will just steal that counter attack, and also the turn-based or delayed damage from Hypernova there. So another double tap, this time going after Doodle, mainly to get rid of any possible healing. And now I've got a nice situation where I've got 5 heroes, they've got 2. Unfortunately, I lost my healer and Krampus there, but we did manage to get rid of second Dragon Fist. Matches in the tiles here, making them away from Hypernova, and we managed to get rid of her using the minion damage. So 3 from 3, not too bad there. Nice little purple starting board. Back to 4 reds, 4 reds and 1 healer in Nima off color. Got that nice little setup of Rudolph and the 2 tight wires for that bonus red damage from tight wires skill. And yeah, so matches, I'm just trying to, in this instance, I'm almost trying to get a Discovery match 3 into the combo to kill Ayumi with the extra damage. I did eventually get it, but once again, in 3 of the 4 instances of Ayumi, she did revive, but I did, in this instance, have a nice little ghosted match 3 red, straight up the guts that I could make to charge all my skills. So, fire off Rudolph to get rid of their counter attack, then the double tight wire. Better play would probably have been to try to sink some additional damage into Hypernova, or some additional tiles to get her skill charged, before firing Rudolph and removing all of her buffs. Because in this instance, Hypernova has now fired off her skill, and I don't have Rudolph recharged at this point, so it is going to be difficult to get rid of Hypernova's delayed damage buff there. Got a match 3 red here, which I will take, one of which was a ghosted tile. Unfortunately, I don't have any direct way of getting rid of Doodle there, which has meant that I did suffer a bit. Tight wire got an evade, which is why he's charged and the other is not there, and my second tight wire did unfortunately just die. More output from Hypernova, so again, this is all sort of flowing from that poor decision to fire Rudolph immediately rather than waiting a turn and getting rid of Hypernova's buff as well. So there we go. Unfortunately losing Rudolph and Tightwire, fire off Senya, and got 0 revives again. So not having a good track record with Senya on her revives, and we are taking an absolute pounding here from those heroes on the right hand side. So yeah, I'm not going to say that my play with Rudolph was the whole reason that I lost that fight, but I think it might have gone very differently if I'd managed to wait, or if I had waited that 1 turn to get rid of Hypernova's delayed damage with Rudolph rather than firing immediately. So I did think here a little bit about going for the clean, but because it's a tight war, I sort of left it to use my teams for some additional points. So I have gone in here for a full team kill rather than a cleanup. And then, yeah, so this time I've got a match 4 that I can make with red, which just is going to be a little bit more sure about the kill on Mayor Vinaya. I'm sort of making some other matches just to see if I can you know, I've got the kill on Venaya there, so I was sort of seeing if there was some other chain kills or chain tiles that I could get to play out. So pop all the tiles, ghost most of them up the center lane, get my heroes charged. Yeah, unfortunately Bunraku did do a fair bit of damage there. And the extra unfortunate thing here, and this is a little bit of a misplay from me, I sort of wait a long time here to fire any of my heroes because of Doodle's ailment block that's up, the resist all new ailments, which is all of my heroes are requiring ailments, but by waiting I'm sort of just taking more damage, whereas if I'd sort of fired my special skills off, I probably would have been able to get rid of Doodle and maybe even deal some substantial damage to Sidestep before it got to the stage where so many of my heroes are so limited in their health. So did get rid of Doodle there. Unfortunately, taking a lot of damage here from Dragon Fist, lost 2 of my heroes, and I don't have a reviver on this team, so those heroes are staying dead. Managed to kill Bunraku there, get a heal off as well on my heroes, and I am targeting Sidestep as much as I can, just because Sidestep has that charge ailment, which probably hurts me a little more at this stage where I'm trying to win with special skill damage. But more damaging is I'm not really able to make matches up the center where I've got the ghosted lanes. I'm sort of being forced to make matches onto the heroes, which is unfortunate because it is charging their special skills. And here we see Dragon Fist fires, kills off Iquani, and again, I'm not getting red tiles in at all, which is really hampering my ability to kill them. Lost Accent, and it's now just down to Jocasta, and I don't think from here there's any way of winning this fight. That it just wasn't the tile damage or the special skill damage output anymore, and I wasn't getting the tile matches in the middle. So unfortunately, Sidestep and Dragon Fist kind of just picked my heroes off one at a time, and we lost that one. So final hit, I debated a little bit about what color I wanted to make this team. I did end up choosing to go with 4 red stack once again. It is using some less heroes that I don't normally use as much, but we did get a nice match 4 straight up onto the tank there, and then that means that we're able to, I'm going to ghost a little bit just because I want to see if my plan had been to wait until maybe the field aid, sorry, the war buff had fired before firing off Sunbeam, but we didn't really get that. So I do make the choice just to fire Sunbeam in and of herself in a second here. There we go, fire Sunbeam, and off we go. So Ridge Fire, I am saving Jocasta till after Ridge fires, just in case he does get that charge block ailment onto himself. I did equip Ridge with the Firewing Trig, but no joy on that front. Match 5 on the green, just to clear out some tiles, most of them going up the ghosting lane, so I'm not actually incurring any damage or any charge onto the enemy heroes. And once again, more ghosted tiles, charge my heroes, fire off Booster to give myself a little bit of healing and also the charge minion, and then double tap onto Pulse, just because I want to get rid of her before she does any healing. Unfortunately, by making that move, it has allowed Gladius to have additional damage. So you can see there Gladius did a huge amount of damage on my poor Jocasta. Admittedly, Jo is only 4-80, so she's not fully leveled up or anything. And I will fire Blair onto Parsec here. More matches, left-hand side, ghosted some red tiles to get Sunbeam and Blair charged again. Benefit to Blair and Sunbeam is that they both charge relatively quickly, so it doesn't actually take many tiles to recharge their skills. And then you add on to it, Jocasta's giving out, I think it's like a 24% speed boost, or charge boost rather, and that's enough to charge those tiles quite quickly. So there we go, last little grenade to finish it off. So thanks for joining me once again. I hope this was helpful, and good luck and happy gaming. Cheers, bye.